Hello everyone, this is Mohammed from Python Ninja YouTube channel, and in this tutorial we will learn together how can we delete a file or a folder within our project. And this is the last tutorial where we highlight Python files. So to delete a file within your project, you will use OS module, which is a built-in Python module, and to delete a non-empty folder we will use shutil module in Python. So let us start by reading this trial.txt file we created in a previous tutorial, and we learned together that to read a file we can use with open. Then I need to identify or insert the path of that file. I can give it from outside variable or from inside like this, and it's default in a read mode. So to provide the argument are or not, it's not mandatory here to read the file. So we will remove this, and we will use as file, as file, and we will insert the data into a variable, and this will file.read, and we will later print our data, okay, to see what is inside the trail file. And we have this IAM trail file. If we open this, it is contained IAM trail file. Now we want to delete this file. No, there is no need to contain in our project. So what is applied to this text file is applied to another like extension or file extension like CSV or whatever. So the first thing is to identify the path, and the path is the trial.txt file because it is within the same Python file that point to the program or the main program from which we can run and execute our code. So this is the path, and the only thing that we want to include here is to import OS module, and we will use OS to delete this file, this text file, and I can say os.remove, and then I submit the path inside as an argument. When I look at this file now, when I run the code, the file will be deleted directly, okay? So this is for deleting a file that is located within our project. If I rerun the code or re-execute the code, then I will have an error. The error is stated that file not found error because this trial is already deleted. So to overcome this issue, I can wrap this line with exception. With the exception by wrapping this through try except. Don't worry, when we complete the object-oriented programming tutorial series, we will give more description about exception handling in Python, but we can use this in this footprint. We can use it right, then I have to have indent here, and I can say except, okay, either to leave except as it, or to add exception, okay, or to copy the error, okay, then add then add a colon. All this situation works the same, either to use except alone or except exception or except the name of the error. Then you write what you very want. The file is already deleted, okay, and we run it again. Then we avoid the error now, and we show a message, okay, that the file is already deleted. In the future, when we learn more about exception handling, we will also learn how can we go to execute another lines in the code if we face such error, okay. Now, what if I want to remove an empty folder? Okay, so I created F1, F0, it's empty folder. I have F1, which contains new.txt, and I have F2, which contains a couple of text files, and that's already highlighted in the previous tutorial. So if I want to delete for example, an empty folder, I have to change the path to the empty folder. Here I have f1 as empty folder. If I use os.remove path, then I will have another error, which is the permission error, because in each folder there are some layers of securities and permission trees for even the subfolders. So we cannot remove it using the os.remove. So to avoid this error, okay, from being raised, I can use another exception. So I can say except and I copy the permission error, okay. Then I print a message to say that you don't have a permission to delete the file, okay. And we can run again. Then now I don't have the permission to run the code auto delete the empty folder using os dot remove, but I can do that when I use os dot remove directory, which is rm from remove and dir from directory. So I have os.rmdir. Look at this f1 in the top left. Okay, when we run this, okay, let us execute this. Now we deleted the f0 folder. Okay, if I re-execute it again, then I will have already deleted file. Okay, so we have the file is already deleted. Okay, because we faced now an error. Okay, if I want to delete a non-empty folder, so this folder f1 is non-empty, so let us change the path to non-empty folder, and now I want to run the code. Then I have a new error, which is os error, and this error stated that the directory is not empty. So I cannot remove a folder, okay, using Python coding, okay, or command line, if this is non-empty, okay, or if it's not empty, okay. But I can do that using different module. You can use shutil. So to override this error, we can say except, and we can do another exception here, os.error here, okay, and we can write whatever we want inside, okay. You cannot delete non-empty folder. Use shutil module. Now we are not allowed to delete a non-empty folder using os. I want to use shutil now, okay, and instead of using os.remove directory, I will use shutil.rm3, okay. This rm3, it removes the folder and the tree of subfolders and the permissions and all layers of the security inherited in that folder. So if I run it again, then I removed f1. I have even f2 here. I want to remove f2, and f2 contain two files. Okay, just look to this. I can change the path now, and I can run this. Now f2 has been deleted by this case. Okay, so we can even customize this more. Okay, for example, if I don't have any for example exception, I can use else. Then we can print, for example, f, okay, for example path, okay, is valid and deleted, okay. And this is when you have something you want to delete, and if it is deleted you want to show this message. For example, I want to delete now this file, and I will use the usual os.remove, but the path will be here for test new.text, and I want to remove os.remove. Okay, and then look at this. When we run this, the test underscore new.text, okay, which is this one, is valid and deleted because I have no exception. I have file and I deleted it using the appropriate method, and I have no exception during the execution, and else has been activated now. And yeah, by this delete file, we close Python file. In this tutorial, in the next tutorial, we will start coding the object-oriented programming in Python. After that, we will deal with exception handling, and we will highlight more the methodology that can be used to customize more exceptions.